Hello, and welcome to Lesson 3, How to Design a Sales Process, Sales Resourcing and Prioritizations, Funnels and Metrics. Okay, let's start with a sales funnel. What is a sales funnel? It's a system to divide the different stages through which a customer passes during a sales process. Not all prospects pass from one stage to the next. Some dropped. If one prospect progresses to the next stage, that's called to qualify. And the percentage of prospects that qualify from one stage to the next, it's called conversion rate. Since not all prospects qualify from one stage to the next, conversion rates become lower as the sales processes progress. If we represent geographically that progress, it has the shape of an inverted triangle or a funnel, hence the name. Why are sales funnels critical? Funnels are the roadmaps of commercial flows. Therefore, anything that happens inside a funnel is controlled by the sales process. The more stages we divide the funnel in, the more control we will have over the conversion rate, since we will be able to audit with precision the actionable items that make customer progress between stages or to identify with precision the reasons why they dropped. Our goal with funnels is to always increase the conversion rate. Let's talk about sales metrics. Use metrics to hone your sales process. Remember the dash. What can be measured can be controlled. There are two types of metrics, quantitative and qualitative. Quantitative. Information that give are precise, numbers. They measure capacities. Some examples of key sales metrics are customer capacity per sales representative, customer acquisition rate, conversion sales in funnels, gross margin per sales, revenue per sale, recurrence rate, lifetime value of customers, churn rates, and quantitative metrics that are only useful if they have this kind of triple A. If they are actionable, meaning that if I act, I obtain an effect, they are auditable, numbers come from reliable and credible sources, and they are accessible. Numbers are easy to access and understand. What about the qualitative metrics? Okay, the information they provide are subjective facts, remarks, and opinions. What they measure is conversion, and some examples of key sales metrics are reasons why customers object to the value proposal, reasons why customer converts, customer feedback and engagement, company's brand recognition in the industry, company's influence in the industry, sales enablement, is the content of the sales representative using their conversation leading to more sales. Qualitative metrics are usually forgotten in sales processes compared to their qualitative counterparts. However, both are critical. Quantitative metrics measure how much, and qualitative metrics measure why. Usually, if the execution of a sales process fails, it is because the qualitative variables are not measured. Okay, let's move now to the steps, resourcing, and prioritization in the sales process. As you see, selling is quite systematic and a granular process. Different stages, phases, actions, and tasks can be defined, and each one of them will have different metrics and objectives. How not to get lost? By arranging processes in logical stages, establishing key priorities and resources. Let's see the case in the B2B sales process. In stage 1, let's call it the top, it's a situation in which customers research solutions to their problems and may not be aware of your product's existence. The priority action is to catch their attention. And the priority steps are customer research, lead generation, customer approach, and customer qualification. Key resources could be have clear and identified sources of customers' contact data, such as databases, social networks, public sources, websites, alerts, announcements, news, etc. Have clear and identified sources of market information, such as reports, studies, white papers, competition benchmarks. Have customers' personas and ICPs. Targeted marketing materials, website, ads, business cases. Communication systems, phones, emails, video conference, automation tools. List of qualification questions, sales scripts, feedback forms, a CRM, and obviously meeting facilities, which could be physical or virtual. The stage 2, let's call it the middle, It's a situation where customers compare your product with other available options. The priority action is to persuade customers to seriously consider your product. The priority steps are discovery meetings, validation of solutions, and follow-up of proposals. And key resources could be sales materials and questions, sales playbooks, answers to typical objections, conversation scripts, business cases, mapping of decision makers, demos, prototypes, the CRM, and automation tools. Let's move now to the stage 3. Let's call it bottom. In this situation, customers decide to buy or not. The priority action is to persuade customers to make a commitment. The priority steps are proposal negotiation and sales closing. And the key resources are sales nurturing materials, for example, additional business cases or explanations of additional benefits, contracts and lawyers, negotiation and closing checklists, the CRM, automation tools, and administrative support. Let's move now to stage 4, management. In this situation, customers are onboarded and served. The priority action is to get paid and uncover additional business opportunities. And the priority steps are deliver the product and service in a timely manner, pay attention to new customers' needs and demands, pitch additional value proposals, request recommendations, and the key resources are account managers, operation tools such as ERPs, satisfaction surveys, organized touch-based regular meetings, the CRM, and automation tools such as email marketing, newsletter tool, and recommendation tools. What about the business-to-government sales process? Well, in this case, the process is quite similar and a bit simpler. There are just 4 differences versus B2B. Identify the right government agencies most likely to be interested in the products or services offered. Companies need to understand the procurement process. How can we do that? By researching the different types of procurement methods used by the government. For example, sealed bidding, competitive proposals, and simplified acquisitions. Also, we need to understand the various stages of the procurement process. The most important are request for proposal, evaluation, award of the contract, the decision-making process, and identify the key decision makers and influencers involved. Value propositions need to match exactly the terms of the procurement process. It is not the time to be creative, but to be clear, highlight the key features and benefits, and very importantly, stress the cost effectiveness, reliability, and overall value, which are items extremely sensible for public institutions. It is paramount to have a thorough knowledge of the regulations and requirements involved in government contracting, especially having the necessary certifications and clearances, and demonstrating compliance with all applicable regulations and requirements. Great! This is all the information I wanted to share with you in this chapter, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.